Hey members and patrons, just wanted to record a little behind the scenes video before the end of August. Apologies for the messy background if you noticed that, or I guess either way you've noticed it now that I've called attention to it. But we just got some the air conditioner's doing some funky stuff, so we have to check that out. But as far as an update on the tornado damage, we have completed, or this was like a month ago. We finally got the exterior completed and painted and everything. We just got to finish building the interior wall, and then we'll be recovered from that. But yeah, how you guys doing? It has been certainly a month, one of the months of all time. I actually just got back from vacation, believe it or not. Went to Orange Beach, Alabama. That was fun. You can probably see a little bit of redness in my face from the sun. I used sunscreen, but um, could have used a little bit more in certain places, I suppose. But yeah, that was fun. And unfortunately, during that vacation, it was a working vacation, and I kind of expected that it was going to be to an extent, but I had to edit a sponsorship and answer a bunch of emails and stuff like that while I was there. But it didn't detract too much from me having a good time because we were there for a week. But yeah, so speaking of that, I'll go ahead and do my typical rundown that I do for these vlogs of my recap of what's happened over the past month. I think I talked about in my last vlog, I talked about mapping the animated series, or if I didn't, then yeah, 15,000 views could have been better. And it's not you guys, it's really just the algorithm primarily. But like, I don't know. I don't know what I expected with that mapping series. I should have combined those videos into one, or combined s- mapping the original series, season one, and then seasons two and three into one video. I should have done that. But hey, you learn lessons and implement them in the future. That's how growth occurs. It's a mistake that I've made several times, and I will continue. I will try to not continue making it so much. But as far as August's actual videos, Rigelians, we had Rigelians, which has had a pretty surprising, response. You guys genuinely seem to be interested in that video. And that was the last video. That was the most recent video on my channel so far that I've actually edited myself. Which is to say that the two August releases after that, the Strange New Worlds timeline video, which was a behemoth, and Point of Divergence, were edited by the guy that did Cations, Tim Meyer, a friend of a friend, who has I'm happy to announce, and I don't think that it's premature because it's kind of heading in that direction, but he is slowly becoming the chief editor of OrangeRiver. And some of you guys might be wondering why I'm doing that, why I'm outsourcing my videos to be edited, and also why I'm doing that and how I'm able to do that when I complain so much about money, complain so much about ad revenue. So I want to let you guys in on that. And by the way, first off, the Strange New Worlds timeline video about basically they're solidifying the retcons introduced by the temporal Cold War, right? And kind of establishing like, okay, well, the prime timeline is mutable, and the original series is aspects of it are in fact no longer consistent with what is called the prime universe. That video has 100,000 views. I'm really super thankful to you guys for um, helping that grow. Excuse me, I apologize. And yeah, I didn't expect that at all. I genuinely did not expect that at all. That was a huge surprise. And that video is 32 minutes long. It has some animated timeline graphics that I did in Blender. And so I've been saying for months how I was going to, reopen Blender for the first time in years and start using it. Well, I have begun my Blender arc, my new Blender arc, my return to Blender arc, and people seem to really respond well to that. Um, Illustrating the spaceflight chronology, which was a non-canon reference book released in 1979, outlining a potential future of Earth's history leading up to the original series, which I used as a guidepost for how, what might differentiate the original series continuity and background lore from, the way that the Prime Universe is unfolded based on what we've seen on screen in the other shows, which more reflects our history. But you guys really enjoyed that. I've released not one but two behind the scenes videos related to that video. One of them was a deleted scene, and one of them was an early alpha version of the timeline graphics with an extent. Actually, no, that was, I don't know why I said deleted scene. That's what that was. And then the second video is a extended cut that did contain a deleted scene. And also contained Point of Divergence, which people got to see a week early, patrons, $5 patrons and above, you guys watching this. And then Point of Divergence was released this past Friday, and that has been kind of middling and average in its performance, because it is kind of a follow-up. I do think that I'm starting to find that the watch time aspect of the algorithm really is supremely important, because much of my longer form content, knock on wood that it keeps doing this, but like much of my longer form content is doing pretty well in terms of watch time. And so I'm wanting to lean more into that, and that's why next year I would like to try and kind of start, continue moving away from weekly uploads and more so to like periodic long videos, so that gives me more time to make a piece of art that I'm actually proud of. Not to say that I'm not proud of a lot of my other videos, but some of them are just, they're 15-minute quickies or shorter, and they're just my thoughts on a topic, and it's like they're not completely, I don't want to consider them completely disposable, because like why else would I have done that? But they really are just not the main thing that I think is going to continue growing my numbers. Which is ironic, because YouTube has pushed so much discoverability to shorts, which are literally less than a minute long. So it seems, somebody commented, like, it seems like YouTube is kind of killing the middle ground, right? There's shorts and then there's longs that they are interested in. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's the evolution of the algorithm. Excuse me. But yeah, so those are the 3 videos that I've released in August. That's part of a gradual transition away from weekly uploads that I have tried to initiate this past year, and will perhaps continue. And I'm doing more live streams in the meantime, which I hope you guys are enjoying. I want to see how gaming streams perform if I bring them back, which is going to be kind of an experiment, because gaming content doesn't always do so hot on this channel, but that is my plan. And is so and I'll reference what is, I'll give a preview of what is to come in the future in a minute, but I do want to address a couple of the things that I referenced at the beginning of this video, which is number 1, the sponsorships, and number 2, having an editor, right? And so basically, as far as the sponsorships, I've been doing them for quite a while. I mean, this is not new. I started last year with Skillshare, and had some Star Trek mobile games, and this year I did HelloFresh and ExpressVPN and so forth. And most of you guys are innately aware of this, but this stuff really helps me out. Like, this is necessary to help kind of supplement my income because ad revenue is so finicky, and it is allowing me to kind of move up some projects, the release dates of some projects, and prioritize them. Whereas otherwise they would, I would be moving away faster from weekly uploads if it weren't for the sponsorships. So it's a delicate balance, but like, as far as having an editor, I it's just become more necessary. Like there's more extensive research that I want to do for some of these feature videos. There's more extensive edits that will be required as they get longer. And I just don't have as much time. There's not enough time to go around to do all of this stuff by myself. And so that's why I have the privilege of being able to, get an editor to help me out with some of this stuff. And so that's a future evolution of my channel, and I think it's better off for it, because I think the Tim style is meshing together pretty well with what I have traditionally kind of laid the foundation of, with my previous content. But yeah, one more thing about the sponsorships, like, I don't know. I'm just really not interested in hearing like complaints about them because most people are, like I said, are innately aware that this is a perfectly legitimate part of the YouTube ecosystem. And, people who take moral stances and moral issues with, like, I wish you hadn't worked with this brand, or I wish you hadn't worked with this brand. It's like, it's almost like, imagine thinking that there are good companies like you know, this is purely economic, and some people view that as an excuse, but like, it's not an excuse, it's an explanation. Like, I as I am I mean I'm as I'm getting these sponsorship offers, they're very selective about the dates that they want videos published. I have to uh I have to meet certain criteria. And if I have a bunch of sponsorship offers that I would be kind of foolish to turn down, right, in a given month, that have, back-to-back release dates, well, that offsets the costs of paying an editor to help hasten these projects and help me meet my deadlines, which in turn helps my channel grow faster. Because while I do have to, pay, like, be mindful of diminishing returns and not, not pumping out BS too quickly, more content, generally speaking, is better. And, I think that you guys are appreciative of that. All you got to do is just skip the ad if you don't want to watch it. And again, you guys know this. My true fans, my real fans, if you're supporting me on Patreon or through memberships, I don't want to stratify you guys and pit you guys against each other, the paying versus the non-paying support. But, like, genuinely, like, your support really does matter and help, because it just, I don't know, it's tough as an artist, and that's what I consider myself to be. It's tough as an artist to, be profitable and make it in this world. And so I'm deeply appreciative of the support that you guys give me. It helps enable me to do things beyond what I would normally be able to do if I didn't have your support. Again, same with the sponsorships. And I mean, yes, while I'm editing the sponsorships, I do want to kill myself a little bit. Okay, just kidding. I don't think you guys, I don't want you guys to take that too seriously, but, like, you know how it is. It's headache inducing, but it's necessary. And so you guys understand that. you guys understand that, and look out for more edits by TM trademark, who, like I said, just even if it weren't for the sponsorships, forget about the damn sponsorships. Like, I just my videos and just the stuff that I want to do on this channel, it requires more extensive research, and I need help, and I'm in a position to have help with that. So I hope that I haven't dwelled on this topic too much. I hope that I haven't given too much, because this was partially inspired by some you know kind of skeptical comments, but that's what I get for reading them. I look forward to seeing you guys' feedback on stuff. And one more thing before we go, what's coming in September? Well, I'll tell you. First off, we have the AM2R stream, another Metroid 2 remake, which is, I'm super impressed by it, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I'm going to do that, like I said, this Friday. So stay tuned for that. It should be at I think 5 Central. And so sorry, Europeans. It's going to be you might have to pull an all-nighter if you want to watch the whole thing live. But this is the schedule that's working for my mods. So so you're aware of that. But I'd like to establish a consistent stream schedule at some point. Don't know how soon that's going to happen, because sponsors are going to keep interfering with that, but we'll get it eventually. And if we deviate from it a little bit, big deal, whoop-de-doo. But as far as the other stuff, Romulan Singularity Drive, I am releasing next Sunday. That's going to have a sponsor attached to it, which I'm really excited about, or at least that's the current plan. I'm trying to think what else. I guess I'll do a Star Trek Day stream on the 8th. I will, and I have videos on cloaking devices and the Dune video remake that I teased on my last live stream. I want to go ahead and push those out next month, and I might do a supercut. Start doing more supercuts. I've got some compilation videos that I've got cooking, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm moving up cloaks because of sponsorships, and so the October schedule is going to be a little different. But you guys should also be able to see the thumbnails for some of these future videos, and if you just keep up with the schedule, then you'll see what I have in store. And I wish that YouTube were more like Twitch, where you actually had like a dedicated place to post a schedule, but it's not. So that's unfortunate. But just keep up with it on my community tab, on Patreon, on I was gonna say Twitter. Twitter is just kind of a wasteland these days. I don't even really care what happens to it. Discord is also a really good way to stay up to date with stuff. So if you haven't joined the Discord, I think that should be linked in the description. But anyway, that's really all that I have for this month's vlog. So like I said, stay tuned for that. I hope to see you Friday for AM2R. It's going to be really fucking exciting, and I'm so happy with with I don't know what I was gonna say, or how I was gonna end that sentence. I'm just it's been a roller coaster of a month. I mean, ad revenue's kind of dipping, but the sponsorships are keeping us afloat. So it really is just you can only take it one day at a time, truly. But I'm thankful for you guys' support, and I will see you in the next something or other. So live long and prosper.